Good morning, sir. So our ISA project is to secure an online chat-based application, and these are the things that we try to work upon, which is SQL injection, password encryption, testing, and cryptography and authorization. And my teammates are my name is Tanmay Kumar. My teammates are Shatandru Paul and Anuvir. So, yep. Why the need of a new app, chat-based application? So we at the time of implementation showing the implementation we will discuss about like why and what are the unique features about the new chat application that we developed. Okay, and why we are considering this project, so this idea into the project. So the main reason behind it is that chat based application are very sensitive to the data, so it is a big concern to prevent the data from data stealing, especially in the chat based application. So specifically we chose this project and we tried to work upon securing this project, securing the chat based application. Okay, these are the security measures we took under consideration. So for now we were able to do the last three parts, that are prevention from SQL injection and password protection and use of standard level data encryption. We tried to work with the session management part, but it was getting a bit difficult. So the session management part is still on hold. So uh, SQL injection will be shared by our teammate.
Sir, I'm Anuvi, sir. To overcome this problem, we'll try to prevent user from giving malicious input. For that, we will try to add constraints towards the user input with the help of prepared statements and regular expressions so that the user can't be able to inject any SQL inquiry.
So
Uh,
for prevention from SQL injection, we use regular expression in JavaScript. So over here we can also show you how we implemented it. So is it visible?
yes,
Yeah. You can tell this example. For example, name.
yeah, sir. If we take the data name, we have to, the data value length must be less than 3. Uh, and if you
No, no,
and
no,
after
not less than three. It must be
yeah,
greater than three
greater than 3. And
and less than 15.
sir, here we are validating the name, which will only consider length must be less than 15. And
And it will
here,
consider only alphabets only. For
yes,
example, over here we mentioned, no?
yeah, data
So,
value match.
so
And
this is the regular expression that we used for preventing SQL injection for the name input. Similarly, for the username input, we use this regular expression, this one.
yes,
Okay, so what will actually happen is that if it will check, validate the data in this way, the data value will be fetched and then it will be matched with this regular expression. So if it matches, then no error will be raised. If it doesn't matches, that's why we used uh, ampersand over here, not the ampersand, exclamation mark over here. So the error will be raised and it will display this error: username must be alphanumeric only plus special characters like this dot and underscore allowed in the middle or the end. Okay, in this way. Similarly, we use for the password. So this is the regular expression for password. And for confirm password, we simply validated that if the temp store, which will be the password for the password section, is equivalent to the data value, which is the confirm password. So if the value matches, then no error will be raised. Okay, otherwise this error will be raised, which is password and confirm password must be same.
must be same.
Yeah, similarly, in this email also we use this regular expression, this one. Okay, so in this way it is working. Continue with the PPT first, and then we will show the implementation part. So this is the last slide of our presentation, that is upon password and data encryption. Yeah.
Hello, sir. I am Shotodru and I am working on it. For password hashing, we will use algorithm like Blowfish algorithm and SHA-1 algorithm. For data encryption, we will use AES algorithm. For this will protect our data against the meet in the middle attacks. Okay, and we also try JXRS22 and to reset API authentication mechanism in our web server and web app. We may also try to make a decentralized server so it attacker gets the access over a particular server mode. It won't be much harmful. We can use that.
Hmm. So for the password hashing, we explored various hashing algorithms, and we later came to the conclusion to use SHA-1 for password hashing. So over here it must be hashing, but still. Okay, so over here for the new register part, I'm showing this component as an example. Or here you can see for SHA-1, I'm using SHA-1 from the API Crypto.js. These are the APIs that are already available by JavaScript, by React module. So over here you can see we have used, so over here for form I dot name, which is equivalent to password, which means that we are writing a password. So that will be encrypted. That will be hashed over here. User with this value wi- will be equivalent to this SHA encryption of this that was mentioned over here for my. So it will take the value. Here it is name is been equivalent to password, and then over here we are taking the value, and we are doing the SHA encryption, and we are converting it to string, because this gives the binary format, sorry, the hexadecimal format. So we are converting this into the string format, and then we are storing it in this value. Okay, now I will show you the implementation, practical implementation, how it is working. So there are the two sides. First one is the client and the server part. So these are the main folders. For the client side, for the front end part, the client folder, and for the back end part, the server folder. These are the APIs we tried to work upon, and then later on we will discuss about that also. So for the client side, I will start the server. I will start the client side first, and also I will start the server side. Okay. So as you can see, the socket has been connected and listening to the port 4500. Okay. And okay, now you can see like new user is detected. Why? Because the client, I have started the client side. Okay. And this gives the information to the server that the socket is being connected. So that's why it is showing new user is detected. So once again, if I will close this and once again start it, okay, it will show you once again that the new socket has been detected, which means that the new user is detected. Okay, so I'm starting it once again. Yeah, so yeah, it started. So you can see that user got disconnected and then new user is detected. Okay, in this way it is working. Now going back, so in this part, home page, we can work upon it later. We will work upon it later. Home page and the contact us page, this is still incomplete. But for the login and sign in part, where the main security is concerned about, so we will show you in that also. So here I'm displaying the tables that are present in our database, which are connections, messages, sessions, and users. Okay, for the moment we have worked upon users completely, but we were trying to do the session management. That's why we created for the session, we will store the token values and other things, tokens, cookies, etc., in that way. So over here you can see that what are the values that are available in users table. Okay, so let's take create one new user, say Ayush. Okay, and okay, so over here, like we shared you the password validation part. You can see here I'm writing username. So it is showing username must be at least 3 characters long. So you can match it with our form validation section. So we are writing for username. You can see uh, data dot value dot length. This value, this value's length is less than 3, because obviously it is 0. So it is showing that at least it must be 3. In this way it is verifying, and it is dynamic. Like as soon as I'm writing it, it will show the errors or remove the errors respectively. So if I will write over here, so as soon as it reaches to 3, okay, so it has stopped showing the error. Or if I will write any number, okay, a number is also allowed. We can also write dot and underscore also. But as soon as I will try to use any enter, it will say that username must be alphanumeric only, plus special characters like dot and underscore are only allowed. So that's why anyone cannot write any SQL command over here. Like for example, select space star. So it is showing error from users. In this way, we cannot write any SQL command. Okay, so now I wrote the username, and now I'm writing the password. So as you can see that password and confirm password must be same. Okay, so now when both are same, then it is not showing any password. For example, if I'll write a wrong password, it is still showing that this error. So in this way. For here also we have mentioned that email part. So we will move to the next slide and the next part of our project. So as soon as I'm sign in, and I will save so that I can directly write that. So if I will check it once again, you can see new user with the name Ayush has been added. Okay, whose username is Ayush1 as we mentioned, and you can see that hash1 algorithm we have used over here. So password will be having a new hash, but as you can see both these hashes, initial hashes, are similar. That is because I'm actually using same password for all of them. That's why. Also over here you can see that user id, new user id is generated, which is completely unique from everything. So this one is actually considering time, and also the username of that also the username of that person, and then considering concatenating them with in a string format and doing hash. So in this way it will generate a unique hash for every user. Okay, our main objective was to create a unique hash, and in this way we created a unique hash for every user. Okay, after that uh, what will happen is that I will log in. So you can see our login page in this way. We can add and connect to a new user. So we can say new, and then we can write name, say Harshit, and then I can add in this way. Right now you can see that the design is not that interesting, but we can work on the design later on. The main part is about the functionality and the security concerns. So I can add one more user. As you can see that Harshit, I'm able to add Harshit. So you can see that there is no user called Harshit. Actually, the reason behind is that we haven't connected the message section with the database yet. So that's why it is showing this error. It is a bit lengthy part right now, but we will continuously work upon it. And we can also use some key bindings like Alt N. So it will directly open this portal, and we can write a new username, say Raj, and then we can add new. Okay, if I'll go to Harshit, you can see Harshit. and this portal will be open. If I'll go Raj, so this portal will be open. Now here comes the main part. For example, if I'm going to tell a message to him, or I'm going to send a message to him, so I can write a message in a fancy way. So this in this is the way. This is the main reason why our chat-based application is going to be unique than compared to other existing chat-based applications. So I'm writing uh, the message. My name is. I can also add various bulletins in this way. So now code. So we have added various functionalities like as soon as I'm writing, as soon as I'm entering, it will increase the width so that I can write comfortably. Okay, and mm, this will be the text that will be shared. Let's consider just a simple example for this moment. And so I will press Shift Enter. I can press Shift Enter, or I can click Send, so it will send the data. As you can see over here, the message has been sent in a fancier way. So this is the reason why it is going to be unique than compared to other chat-based application. So as you can see that hello is the first heading, and then my name is Tanmay Kumar is going to be a subheading, and then we can add bullet points in this way. Okay, and this is following a simple markdown functionalities like star is for bullet points, hash is for heading, and this triple ampersand is for writing the code inside it in this format. Okay, and we will also work upon the design part later on, like how we are going to show the heading and other things. Okay, so in this way the message has been shared, and I can share multiple messages. Okay, but for now we are also going to share like how it is preventing, like over here an attacker can write an access do an XSS attack. That is, for example, can write a script tag. Okay, and over here can write window dot in this way, just a simple demonstration, and ending the script tag here. Okay, if I'll press this and send it, so as you can see that it is going to be shared as it is, no changes will be there. And also, like if I'm writing a small text, like I'm just sending hi, so you can see the width of the message is also varying. We have also ensured this part also. So if I'll write a bigger text, any random, so the width will increase. In this way we have also mentioned, and we have also connected sharing the message with the server, but we haven't connected the messages with the database yet, so that's why it will show an empty database for messages. So if I'll go, so it is showing empty set. This the reason behind it is that we haven't connected the server with the that table, that particular table messages. Okay, but you can see over here the client is sending the message to the server. What all the messages are being shared, as you can see over here, like Ayush one. The password is this one is for the insertion of a new user. Insert into. So okay, and the new message has been shared, and the message that has been shared is that this one, hello, and this message, and to whom it is shared, it is been shared by me, and to whom it is shared, receiver is Raj, and at what time I am sharing this message. Okay, in this way the message has been shared. Now over here you can see that message over here ampersand lt and dollar sorry, the ending tag is being used. So this is a code for less than sign. So in this way we are preventing it from XSS attacks. And I can also show you where this part is written, chat, in the new message window. Over here you can see if message, so it will get message, and we are replacing this less than with this ampersand lt, and greater than with ampersand gt, slash with ampersand this, which is the code for this slash. In this way, for the single quote we are using this, for the double quote this. In this way we are doing it. Okay, so in this way we are preventing the message from excessive attacks. So these are the things that we have completed so far, and there are a lot of things that we have to do it yet. And the main thing for that we have to do, that we have to work upon, is to connect the server with all the tables so that we are able to store the messages also, messages, and we should also work upon the session management part. These are the things that we have to work upon. Okay, so this was our complete project. In the end, there I'm going to say that there are a lot of expectation from this project. First one is that we can uh, create a decentralized server, which means that it will create a broad server which will be shared with every user itself. Okay, and for the validation part, for logging in, there will be a central server, but the rest of the data will be shared to the decentralized server. For example, I'm messaging to Shatandru Paul. So what will happen is that Shatandru will have a server, a mini server, and I will have a mini server. So as soon as I'm sharing a message to Shatandru, so the message will be shared to Shatandru, and this server will store the message in its mini database, and the same message will be stored in my database. So at the time of rectification, not at the time of rectifying the message that has been shared, both the server's database data will be compared with one another. If the message has been similar, then it will be shared. So in this way the protection will be there. Moreover, as we have mentioned that over here, a decentralized servers, so if the attackers access over a particular server node, even that is very difficult if we are using a blockchain technology, because it will make every data immutable. So in that way, uh, it will prevent even a single server node from being hijacked or hacked. So this was our complete project. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.